Good morning, good morning, good morning, my loves. Happy Saturday. Y'all know how it go, raw and uncut. My 3-year lock anniversary will be in May, so I'm going to dive in. I am close to a retie time, but I'm going to dive in. Then, I'm going to tuck everything until we hit that 3-year mark. But I want it to be real. I want it to be upfront. I want it to be raw with you guys. Okay? I've lost about 3 locks in these 3 years. If you count the tips that I share with you guys, I've lost a total of maybe 5, which is not bad for a 3-year mark. You get what I'm saying? I'm chalking it to the hair dye. If you decide to jump into your lock journey, I strongly urge, please dye your hair before you jump in, okay? Because once that 1-year mark hit, you're going to want to add some color and some pop to your dye. And that was me, and I went overboard. I was throwing a box of dye in, even though it wasn't bleached, but I was trying to throw another box in every other month, which is not good. And I might putting it on a little thick with the every other month, but it felt that way. You get me? So I'm thinking that eventually the hair dye, it did start thinning parts of the locks, right? And that is because we don't really use products on our hair. So, hair dye, even if not the bleach brand, it is chemicals and it do need that moisture, to protect your hair. That wasn't the case because locks are mostly dry, especially if you're not using your products. I mean, I put the oils around my sides. I'm trying to get in the habit of just putting a little moisture onto my locks every now and then. But for the most part, there's no products. And I don't know why I didn't think that when I was going crazy with the dye. I was also told that I should take the 2 that I lost right here and have them put back on. But I'm like, that's dead hair now. It didn't fell off. I'm in the process. I'm in this journey. I'm going to take it with grace. We're just going to now start watching the way these 2 start growing and adding in. Because I did not cut my hair to an even length when I jumped in my journey, because I didn't have much hair to be cutting off to start fresh anyway. And then I wanted some color when I hit my 1-year mark. So all through that 1 year, I was trying to find, I was going from red to black, just doing that back and forth, but it was still too much on my head, so I'm going to let these tips go ahead and grown out. I'm not going to touch another box of dye until hopefully August, because that'll be a year of me not adding no dye into it. I did wash this before I jumped on, just so you guys can see it unslicked. And you can see, can y'all see that? Okay, look at that hairline. I know y'all can see that one. This was like, please, I always say this. If you don't know my Tonkin ass, go back to my first video. And I want you guys to see what that hairline was looking like. I got these 2 here to give you guys an example. You see how that lock is thick and look how it go thin. I'm going to lose that eventually. I'm going to lose that tip. And I also got this one. Hope you guys can see. Look, it go thick, thick. Then it start going thin about right there. I'm going to lose all of that in eventually. I am. And most of these tips that that's getting thin is right where I was putting all that dye when I was trying to do that half. You know what I mean? So that's the spot where I lost that lock. My halos is turning into, they growing. Remember, I was showing you guys my halo. You don't know what I'm talking about when I say halo, go back to them a back couple of videos. You will see that as well. And y'all go ahead and hit subscribe and come on and join me. Back on that other side of the halo, where's that lock at? I just wanted to dig in my head with you guys. Back on that other part, that was it too. So my little halos are forming, they're forming pretty good. Let's get a little back in around this thing. Okay, guys. The back is like, it's healthy as hell. The back is what I did not mess with often. My parts and stuff is still, all attached. I did switch to a 2-point rotation. I am excited about that. I'm going to let Briari jump on here tomorrow because she's have hit her 6 month. Yes. I started her with the 4 point, and I've also now switched her to a 2. I think I'm going to switch Kalia over to a 2 point as well. My back is healthy as hell, okay? And my front is too. I do just have a couple of them locks that are, you know, that's thinning. And then with my halos that I'm turning into locks, it's, you know, I'm looking choppy. I'm looking choppy, but it's real and it's honest and it's uncut. And if you guys have damaged hair like me, do not let this discourage you. You know what I mean? Because it is a part of our process. It is a part of our journey. Okay? Don't get discouraged. I'm going to take them few that I lost with grace, and to lose 5, and we can even put that, even if it was 10, to even lose 10 in a 3-year mark, that's not bad. Some people are okay with taking the ones they lost and adding it, you know, to that lot, but I'm just going to rock with it, baby. I'm just going to go ahead and let that part grow out, and we're going to turn that into a lock too. It's going to show the progress, and I think the ones that I lost and these ones that's going to come back in eventually, I think it's going to be healthy as hell because now I'm conscious about the hair dye. I will not be dyeing my hair the way I was doing. I was doing for black, dark hair, L'Oreal high color. It's not a bleach process, but it's chemical wise. You know what I mean? So one time I was trying to go for a purple, and the purple didn't come out the way I wanted. So I went and got another box and threw it on there. I was doing too much. So if you're going to do your locks, do your hair dyeing before you start your journey. If you want to cut your locks so you're not choppy like me, cut your locks. Cut your hair so you're not choppy like me in the midst of your journey. I do recommend it, but I just wasn't willing to go just completely bald, okay? Especially with my size.